Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. In this video, we are going to continue learning chapter 2 titled Equations, and we are going to focus on subtopic 2.2, which is quadratic equations. So we have come to the end of subtopic 2.2, and by the end of this video, you should be able to solve simultaneous equations of linear and non-linear forms involving two unknowns. Let us go through example number 1. In this question, we are going to solve for x and y. Equation number 1 is a linear equation, while equation number 2 is a non-linear equation. To solve this, we are going to use substitution method. So from equation number 1, we are going to rearrange it to make y as the subject. And we have y equals to 2 plus x. And we will substitute this into equation number 2. And then, from equation 2, we have x times y equals to 3, and we replace y by 2 plus x. And we expand the bracket. And now we rearrange this quadratic equation into its standard form. And from here, we are ready to factorize this quadratic equation. By using calculator, we have the first factor as x minus 1 and the second factor as x plus 3. Therefore, we have now our first solution as x minus 1 equals to 0 and x equals to 1. And the second solution, x plus 3 equals to 0 and x equals to negative 3. Now, we are ready to find the values of y. Since we have y equals to 2 plus x, for the first solution, we are going to substitute x with 1 to give us y equals to 3. And the second solution, we will do the same. We replace x by negative 3. Therefore, we have our y equals to negative 1. Therefore, we have two sets of solutions here, which the first one, we have x equals to 1, will give y equals to 3. And the second set, we have x equals to negative 3 and y equals to negative 1. Now, let us try to solve example 2. If you look at this question, it is more or less the same as the previous question. Therefore, we are going to use the same method, which is substitution method. Now, let us try to do example number 3. We need to solve for x and y, and this time we have square roots in the question. So, first, let us label this as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. Next, we are going to use equation number 2 to find the value of x. So we have square root 5x minus 1 minus with square root x equals to 1, and now we are going to move square root x to the right hand side. So we will have square root 5x minus 1 equals to 1 plus square root x. Next step, as you learned in chapter 1, we need to square both sides of this equation so that we can remove the square root. So squared left hand side and squared right hand side. So for the left hand side, since squared and square root will cancel off, we just left with 5x minus 1. And on the right hand side, we will expand this bracket to have 1 plus with 2 square root x plus x. As you can see, the equation is much more simpler than before, and we just left with one single square root. Now, let us simplify this equation. So we will have 5x minus x minus 1 minus with another 1, and we left with 2 times square root x on the right hand side. So simplify this, we will have 4x minus 2 will equals to 2 times square root x. Now, we can times right hand side and left hand side by half, so that we will have 2x minus 1 equals to square root x. Now, this equation look much easier than before. Next step, in order for us to remove the square root on the right hand side, we squared both sides again. So we will have on the right hand side as 4x squared minus 4x plus 1 and x on the right hand side. Then we simplify this to have 4x squared minus 4x minus x plus 1 equals to 0, and we end up having a quadratic equation 4x squared minus 5x plus 1 equals to 0. Now we are ready to factorize this quadratic equation to find the values of y. When we factorize this, we will have 4x minus 1 times with x minus 1 equals to 0. Therefore, we have the first root as 4x minus 1 equals to 0, x equals to 1 over 4, and another root is x minus 1 equals to 0, x equals to 1. So, from equation 2, we have two solutions, which is x equals to 1 over 4 and x equals to 1. Since equation 2 involves square roots, therefore, we need to check which x is the correct solution for equation number 2. As you learned in chapter 1, when you do recheck, you need to check for the left hand side and right hand side of the equation so that they are the same. So first, let us check for x equals to 1 over 4. So the left hand side of equation 2 is square root 5x minus 1 minus with square root x. So we replace x with 1 over 4. And we will have this as square root 1 over 4 minus with square root 1 over 4, and we end up having 0. And on the right hand side of equation 2, we have 1. Therefore, left hand side and right hand side of equation 2 is not the same. So we will reject x equals to 1 over 4. Next, we check for x equals to 1. Again, we substitute x equals to 1 on the left hand side of equation 2. So we will have square root 4 minus with square root 1, which is 2 minus 1 will give us 1. And on the right hand side, we have 1. Therefore, the correct solution for equation number 2 is x equals to 1. So we have checked that we have the correct solution for equation 2 is x equals to 1. Now, we will find the value of y from equation number 1. So since we have y equals to 5x, and we replace x with 1, and therefore we have y equals to 5. So for this example, we have our solution as x equals to 1 and y equals to 5. So we have reached the end of our video. Please have a try at these few questions and do not hesitate to contact your lecturer if you face any problem. Thank you and see you in the next video.